was once a very wealthy man who was a great Christian and a great saint. And he prayed every night that God would allow him to take it with him when he died. He wanted to take his wealth into heaven with him. And every night he prayed, and every night God said, no. But the man was persistent. He kept praying, and he kept praying until finally God said, okay, you win. You can bring with you into heaven one suitcase, and only one, of anything you want. The guy was ecstatic. He was pumped. He went out and bought him the biggest suitcase he could find, one with a hard shell and wheels on the bottom and a handle that you could pull. And he filled it with gold bars, solid gold bars, and he locked it up, and he pushed it back under his bed to wait for that day when he would be called to heaven. And that day came. And he approached the pearly gates, pulling this suitcase along behind him. And St. Peter saw him coming. St. Peter said, whoa, whoa there. Whatever you have in that suitcase, you can just drop it. All earthly cares and burdens and possessions are left behind. You won't need that in heaven. But the man said, wait, I have special dispensation from God himself that I can bring into heaven one suitcase full of anything. And St. Peter said, well, this is highly irregular. Wait right here, I'll have to check. So St. Peter disappears. And in a little bit, St. Peter comes back. And St. Peter said, well, what do you know? God said you're allowed to bring in one suitcase full of anything. But now I'm really curious about what's so important to you. Can I see what's in the suitcase? And the man said, sure. So he unlocks the suitcase and throws the lid open, and there's all that gold shining in the sun. And St. Peter says, pavement. Why would you bring pavement?